Mr. President, members of the Commission, Ed Worley with the National Rifle Association. I thought I'd come here today and give you a little bit of an update on our continuing efforts to find out information about all the research and everything that's been done and due to about lead bullets and condors. One of the things we found fascinating, I've handed out a handout for all of you to look through and go through. The thing we've been finding very fascinating is on numerous occasions when we've requested the data from the research people, including the research personnel that the Department of Fish and Game has hired, apparently there's been patterns where the original data, the raw data, has been destroyed, which we find a little troubling. Also, we found instances where when we requested very specific data about the raw data, about what they found in the research, one of the researchers responded it would take up to 80 weeks for them to respond with the information. When we asked the question why, they admitted that they don't have the information archived or sorted in any manner that anybody can find it. One of the researchers responded, well, we have it all in a box someplace, it's all disorganized, it's on a laptop that somebody else has, and they cannot find the data. Which I find extremely troubling, because this is a critical issue for all of us to understand the true science about what's going on. If this research information, this raw data that's being collected by these research personnel is not being archived, if it's not being put someplace where the public can get to it, or other researchers and scientists can get to it, that's extremely troubling. One of the things is that when we ask for the data, we're asking to find out so we can have other research personnel that we're looking to and talking to do peer review research on the raw data they have found. What we have found in some cases is they are cherry picking the data. They're modeling the data. We don't want the model data. We don't want the cherry pick data. We want the raw data. I come from an aerospace engineering background, and all the way through college when I was doing all my aerospace engineering activities, one thing that was stressed to me over and time again by my professors is science is science, data is data, no matter what you do. Because you can't replicate the studies and you cannot replicate the science and the assumptions that are being made, also that the assertions that are being made, unless you have the raw data that the other scientists can look through. So what we've done is we've put together a letter for you to look at, and one of the things we're going to ask you and the Commission to consider is there needs to be some kind of standardization of archiving the data. There needs to be some kind of standardization of where the data is. Who has it? Apparently one of the researchers, when they finished doing their paper, they decided that they were going to destroy all the raw data and all their data they used to write the paper. That was appalling to me, because how can anybody in the future go look at that data, in the future go back and replicate the research, go back and look what they're talking about. We're talking about saving the condors. All of us have differing opinions on how we want to do that. But for the science to move forward and for the science to know what's going on, all this data needs to be archived someplace. The things here you need to consider yourself is UC Davis, the Department of Fish and Game, you hired the UC Davis researchers to do some research, which is a very good idea. We asked them for some of the raw data after they published their articles. They are refusing to give data that you paid to be collected, that you paid to be analyzed, and you paid to be a report. They are refusing to give that data to the citizens of the state of California, which I don't think is right. Because as I've said before, and I've said numerous times, my background as an engineer, science and data is data and science is science. It's very simple. So we're asking you, the Fish and Game also should consider talking to UC Davis researchers and have that data released to the public, put it on our archive website so everybody can get to the data, so we can all look at the data and analyze the data independently. Thank you very much for your time.